So my name's Marie Gilbert. I'm the simulation coordinator at Fresno State in California. I first got exposed to simulation around 2006, and immediately I knew that this is the future for healthcare education. And then a couple of years later, I was fortunate enough to actually be able to start using simulation. And then for the past couple of years, I've been working at Fresno State with a nursing program full-time using simulation. And what I've learned about simulation over the years is that, yeah, absolutely is a way forward for healthcare education, but also for assessing that our staff are competent to be able to care for our loved ones, that we can actually use it for research. We can look at how teams work together and assess if there's anything that team can particularly do to improve their outcomes. And also we can use it to test systems and processes within healthcare. So my involvement with it has just reinforced the education component, but there's so much more as well. I really, personally, I feel like I'm just on this ongoing learning curve, which is fabulous. And the simulation community is so willing to share and open that I really learn by doing, which is why I'm a simulation educator. And being involved with simulation allows me to try things out. I have a lot of resources around me. So I think I can't have what I want yet until I've grown and developed. But there are the resources around to do that. I've been to several suns. I can remember my very first sun when I was very new to simulation, and it was an amazing experience. My friend and I went to the conference together, and on the way back we were just like, yeah, this is just felt like sponges. So I've been to several suns. This is the first sun I've presented at, which is a real honor. I feel I've been able to provide some information back to other people that are just starting out, and it really is an exciting venue to network, to learn from so many experienced people, and to realize that everyone's willing to share what they have and what they've learned. My presentation was from learning objectives to outcomes, which was something I'm very interested in. My first couple of semesters teaching in academia, I just had to get it done. So I was learning about the process and how do we get the scenarios and how do we just do it. And I realized assessment and objectives are important. But I'm really in a place now where I am looking at my assessment tools and how do I assess my learning objectives and my outcomes. Am I achieving them? And I realize, as I said, I'm on a straight learning curve. I'm on a learning curve. And it was really nice to be able to come and present what I know, but also some of the mistakes I've made and where I started and where I'm progressing to. The first piece of advice would be, don't wait for everything to be perfect before you do your simulation. You want to plan for every eventuality, but sometimes trying for perfection can actually paralyze you and it not happen. So be prepared to just do it, and then learn as you go along. I learn a lot from my students. I learn a lot from them clinically. My background's in pediatric critical care, and I'm working obviously with nursing students in a lot of general areas now. So they come back from their clinicals with lots of interesting information. So be prepared to make mistakes and learn from them. That's what we expect our learners to do in simulation. So as a simulation educator, expect to make those mistakes, but learn from them.